Hey guys, we're back finally with the Nashville Blues. It's been about a week and a half since I've recorded a video. We are back. The start of season 2. Drop the video a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you think we're doing so far on the year. Because it's been a while, let's go and let's do a quick recap because honestly, I don't remember what I have done since the last episode. So let's go to, where are we going here? We are going here. So let's go back to 2023. And so October, we signed some arbitration. November, nothing happened in November. In December, we lost Judd Fabian, Antonio Gomez, and Jordan Wicks in the Rule 5. And we brought up Chris Hall, who will likely be our starting first baseman. In January, we traded Tommy Brown and Tommy Egelhoff, an outfielder with, he looks okay, and Tommy Brown, who's a middle reliever, to Tampa, getting 26-year-old Steve Guy, power-hitting infielder. Still not fully developed, only at 213 a year ago with Tampa, but if he fully develops, those are some pretty good numbers. He's already really good against lefties, so we bring in Steve Guy. Shamel Agoo was claimed off waivers by Kansas City. We signed 3 free agents. David Olvera, we signed him to a 3-year, $18 million contract, $8 million this year, then $5 million the next 2 to be our starting catcher. That's a decent bat, not great, but he's got some home run power. He's got some eye, got a good, decent batting eye, so he'll be all right. Vaughn Grissom, it's a 2-year contract, but not really. Well, I mean it is, but he's only making $7.5 million next season to be our starting shortstop. He's very good defensively. The bat's pretty bad, but very good defensively. And then we signed Junior Garcia to a 1-year, $5 million contract, the former Cub. We had him for 3 years in Chicago. He hit 103 RBIs in 3 seasons. It was really bad last year for Minnesota, but they probably had him playing in the outfield. He's going to be our DH. We also signed Luis Serna to a 3-year, $35 million contract. So 10, 15, and then a player option for 10 the following year to add to our pen. You know, he was hurt and he missed all of 2033, but he had made 33 or 34 starts for 6 consecutive seasons and pitched 180 to 200 innings, so very durable, giving the Yankees anywhere from 2 to 3.5 WAR. So I am happy with that. He's off the DL now, and I think that's all we've done. Yeah, that's all we've done. So those are the deals we've made. It is almost opening day, and we have to trim our roster down. So we have 17 pitchers. We have to get it down to 13. So Balderas is kind of our future, right? 55-55. The control's still not there yet, but I think it's time to just let him go and see what he can do. We're going to send Mock down to AAA. No, we're not. We're going to send... Yeah, Blackley's a 2-way player who's not really all that good. Yeah. Oh, no, we claimed him in wait a second. I'm getting my my playthroughs confused. All right, so he was an expansion draft guy, but he's out of options. Oh, yeah, okay. A couple things have happened. So Kevin Michael was a reliever for us last year, right? Was 2-2 with a 4.82 ERA in 46 games. He had a bump to everything in the offseason. His potential, his overall stuff jumped from a 55 to a potential 80. So now he is a potential stud as a starting left-handed pitcher. So we have 6 pitchers now. Chisholm, Little, Michael, Carlson, Balderas, and Serna. So we have a lot of pitchers on our team. So I think Juan Madrid, a lot of good pitchers on our team. Madrid can go to triple. No, he can't go to AAA either. Can Brown go to AAA? He can. All right. So we got to send 3 more down. Frausto was a Rule 5 guy. Yeah, so he was a Rule 5 guy in 2032, so that was right after the expansion draft. I mean, Mock, the control is rough, but 5 good pitches, great stamina. I mean, he can be used as a starter in a pinch. Does anybody want Bleckley? I mean, he doesn't really do much for me. Yeah, we're going to get offered a lot of big contracts just because we've got so much budget space. I don't really want any of those players. I might just DFA him. Yeah, I don't really care if anybody takes him. Somebody takes him. That's fine. All right, so we have 15 now. We still got to send 2 more down. Veritas die. I'm okay sending him down if he can go. He can. All right. And then 1 more. So Angel Gonzalez. No. It's got to be Mock, but I would rather not lose him. Let's see if anybody's interested in him, and that'll kind of give me an idea as to whether or not he gets claimed. Yeah, we're just getting those bad contracts again. That tells me we should be able to DFA him and not lose him. If we do, we do. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know, we got enough players to make up for it here in the minors, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But so Rivera, we're gonna start him in A-ball. Just gonna let him start there. Same thing with Chandler. Same thing with Collins. They'll probably be up before too long. Getting a little sidetracked here because that's what I do. Harness. Picked him up. Oh, he was a minor league free agent. Okay, we'll put him in AAA. All right, so, yeah, getting sidetracked here. I'm like a raccoon. So I think we're set from a pitching staff perspective. Yep, 13. So we got to send a bunch of batters down. So Barella and Guzman. We're going to go Kendrick and Olvera. Okay. Santoyo, I want to start in AAA. Atencio, Shook will start in AAA. Dinsdale's going to start in AAA. He's probably going to get moved. The AI likes him more than I do. We've got too many infielders. And they're all decent defensively. Lota, he can start in AAA. No, he can't. Yeah, I would like to do a Delgadillo and Guy platoon, but first base platoons don't always work out. Atencio's our backup infielder, so we don't need both Collier. I think we send House down because Collier is a lefty. I think we can probably DFA Brady. The Lota, we'll see if anybody wants him. Same deal, all the big bad contracts. So we'll just go ahead and DFA. Hey guys, I gotta pause real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody is. I don't think there's anybody here really kind of worth the move. I think we DFA'd him already. Yeah, it's been a few minutes since I came back, or since I did it, so I couldn't remember what I had done. So we're 28, so we can still send, I think, 1 more down. Case of Cunningham's going to be my starting, so Arroyo, I guess. Can't send Arroyo down. Ugh. Who goes to the minors? Let's just get to opening day. Let's get to opening day first. And then we'll see who's on waivers, because we might make a waiver claim and then have to make another move accordingly. I think we probably just sent Delgadillo down. Close to an even record. Top 100 prospects. We have the number 3 prospect in the game and Juan Rivera. Let's look at the waiver wire, see if there's anybody of note. 2 of the top 4 are Blues. Oof. Former Chicago Cub. Where did we have him? That's nuts. 60, 75, 60. But if we picked him, we wouldn't have any place to play him, and that's the problem. Because we already have 2 first basemen that we're trying to develop. Old friend Matt Brash. Let's go. Dario, $4 million. It's not about the money. I can afford anybody. But I only want to take people that have value to us. Yeah, I'm not going to take anybody. All right, so we got to send 1 player to the minors. Can we? No, not yet. We got to send 1 player to the minors. It's not going to be Atencio. I don't know. I think it's going to be Delgadillo. Just because Collier can play, he's a little bit more flexibility. And I think if we limit his at-bats to playing against, well, I guess he doesn't really have terrible splits, so it doesn't really matter. All right, pitching. So we have 6 starters. The reality is that we have 6 starters. Or no, we don't. Joe Carlson, he's the one we signed to that not signed to that long-term deal, but was a long-term signing. He only has 35 stamina, so I think maybe we put him in the pen, at least for the time being, and see how Balderas does. So we'll go like that and see what it wants to do with our. So it wants Bennett as the closer, which is fine. It wants Jeff Green and Angel Gonzalez as our setup men. We called up Drew. We had Drew as a starter last year too. We'll start him as a reliever. Frausto doesn't really have terrible splits, so we can pitch against either. Carlson, I have a feeling he's going to end up in the rotation sooner rather than later. But Irv Carter and then Juan Madrid is our true. Yeah, that's fine. That is a fine rotation. All right, so here we go. Not stats. We want ratings. All right, so who is our leadoff hitter? It's Kevin Patterson. Our number 2 hitter will remain Blindman. Our number 3 hitter against righties, because Guy mashes lefties, and he's just okay against righties. So I think we go Garcia, 50, 55, 65 at DH. Who is our number 4 hitter against righties? Is it going to be Guy? How's Hall? Let's go Hall as our number 4 hitter at third base. Guy's going to bat 6th. We'll bring Alvera in as our catcher batting 5th because his ratings against righties are slightly better. So we need second, short, and right. So that's going to be Case and Cunningham, Vaughn Grissom, and then Pecchia. Yeah, I guess. 60, 50, 55. See, Chris is 55, 55, 60. Yeah, I don't have a great defensive outfield. Blindman's not bad, but left and right's not terrific. Let's see what it wants to do here. So Kendrick every second game. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll do every fourth game. Atencio, Arroyo. Yeah, that's right. We've got Atencio and Arroyo. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's copy the lineup. Paste the lineup against lefties. And what changes do we want to make against lefties? So I think Cunningham comes out against lefties, and Arroyo comes in at second. Kendrick against lefties, we will. Did it just change everything? No. Depth chart. Against Kendrick, we will do every second game. That is fine. Guy will move up into the 4 hole against lefties. What's Hall's bat? 55. Yeah, Hall's not as good against lefties. So I think we'll move Arroyo up to the 2 hole. 60-55, yeah. Grissom Pecchia. That'll work. It's not great, but it's only our second season, so it is what it is. I think we're ready to go. What do we want to do in the minors? We got Santoyo in AAA. He's ready to go. I mean, he's ready to go now, but I want to give him one more year to see if that contact, if all of those can develop. Delgadillo's fine where he is. Dinsdale, like I said, likely to get traded. Good rate, decent enough ratings, but I don't know that he'll ever play every day for us. Rivera, I think I want to just leave all these guys in A-ball right now. No reason to rush any of them. I am, however, going to do that to get all of the players we signed, all the big leaguers we signed out of rookie ball. So, all right. We got Cleveland, so let's go ahead and, I guess, play the game. So we got Patterson, Blinman, Garcia, Hall, Olvera, Guy, Cunningham, Grissom, Pecchia with Sincere Chisholm on the mound. For them, it's Jimenez, Ramings, Quintero, Rocchio, Delgado, Encarnacion, Strand. Signs with Cleveland. Had a good year for us last year. Sicard, Ciani, Yunkin, and Randy Carroll, 16-9, 3.64. So let's see how opening day goes. I think we scored 2 runs last year on opening day. 33 degrees in Cleveland on opening day, taking on the Guardians. Patterson with a leadoff 6-3 ground out. Oh no, E6, it got away. It got away. A runner at second, nobody out. Here comes Blinman. And that'll be a base hit to center. Patterson stops at third, so we have runners at the corners, nobody out for Garcia. And he grounds into a 4-6-3, but the run scores. We are up 1-0. Chris Hall draws a walk. Olvera draws a walk. Making him throw a lot of pitches here in the first, if nothing else. Steve Guy grounds it back in front of the plate. So we get a run, a couple of walks, an error. We score a run. Here's Chisholm. Diving catch out in center field. Ramings with a base hit to left. Walk to Quintero. Rocchio with a fly ball to left, 2 away. Delgado grounds to short, and we get out of the inning. Top 2. 1 out. Von Grissom is first at bat as a member of the Blues. Is a pop out to right. And Pecchia. Ground ball to short. Ball carries, and it's dropped out in right field by our right fielder, Pecchia. Gives Encarnacion Strand another chance, and we walk him. It's a card with a fly ball to center. That gets down for a hit, so runners to the corners, nobody out in the inning. Ciani with a fly ball to left. It should be deep enough to get Encarnacion. No, he stays where he is. All right, Yunkin. Oh, underneath the glove of our shortstop. Scores the run. We're tied at 1. Jimenez, line drive to left. That'll be extra bases. What are you doing? What are you doing making that cutoff play? What are you doing? The runner was out at the plate if you let it go. There's another extra base hit, or another hit, I guess. They have runners at the corners again with 1 out. There's the same place. The last three batters, and we've given up 4 here in the second inning. Rocchio strikes out, and Delgado flies out to right. So we get out of the inning. Patterson leads it off in the third. Strikeout. Blinman to left center. Off the wall. It should be 2 for Dougie. A 1-out double. Garcia pops out to center. Runner still at second with 2 outs. And Chris Hall now flies out to right. All right, we get the runner in scoring position. We can't get him in. I think this might be the last game I play in this series until I feel like we are competitive. Because, like, nobody wants to just sit here and watch me get smoked, right? Like, it's not fun. There's going to come a point real soon where I just click that button and say finish the game. Bring in Madrid. Not a good game for our starting pitcher. And Madrid gives, yeah, we're done here, guys. We are done. It is 8-1, bottom of the third. We're going to go ahead and finish this game. We don't need to sit here and watch this. We lose 10-6, so we make a game of it. We scored 5 runs in the 9th inning, but yeah, Chisholm with a terrible game. Madrid gave up 5 hits, gave up 7 base runners in an inning and 2/3, didn't give up a run. Blinman had a couple doubles. Blinman and Garcia each drove in 2, so we lose 10-6 on opening day. So, as always, I am going to sim ahead now. So, Chicago claimed Villota. Seattle claimed Blackley. Okay, well, it happens. All right, so I am going to sim ahead now until the middle of May. We'll come back. We'll do... Actually, I think I'm just going to sim until June, and then I'll come back and we'll do day by day in June, and that'll get us up to July 1st. So that'll be the plan. I'll see you guys on June 1st. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back. It is June 1st, and your Nashville Blues are 28-31, 2 games out of a wild card in second place. And for a while, it was a lot better than that. If you look at our schedule, we were 15-13 in April, 12-17 in May. And not only were we 12-17 in May, it was the end of May that killed us. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of our last 11. We were like, so we were 26 and 22. We were 26 and 22 following this loss to Cleveland. So 26 and 21 after this loss to Cleveland. We were 2 games out of first place on May 18th and then lost 10 of 12 to end the month. We finished the month 28-31. We are bad offensively. We are bad defensively, and our bullpen has been pretty good. That's about the extent of it. Made a couple of lineup changes here as we start July. I called up David Delgadillo, who was absolutely raking in AAA. Going to start him at first base against righties with Steve Guy as his backup. Steve Guy will start against lefties with Delgadillo as his backup. I moved Kevin Patterson to the number 9 hole. He's not hitting. I talked about how these types of players, as soon as that contact, drops from a 70 or a 75 and he's no longer hitting 300, it becomes empty, and that's exactly what we're getting here. An empty batting average out of Kevin Patterson in the leadoff role. So I moved him to the number 9 slot against both lefties and righties. We moved Dougie Blinman into the leadoff spot. He hasn't been much better, but he's been better. And then Mike Pecchia as our leadoff hitter against lefties, and he's actually having a decent season. Junior Garcia has been raking. He's on pace for 60 home runs and 140 RBIs, on pace for 4.5 WAR. I offered him a contract extension. We'll see if he takes it. It's a 3-year deal worth like $33 million. I think it was like 15, 10, 8 or something. We'll see if he accepts it. Casey Cunningham's having a really nice year with the bat, 836 OPS. But that's been about it. Chris Hall's been okay. 36 walks. I love the 361 on base percentage. The 342 slugging hasn't been particularly good. But I love the on base percentage. Olvera's not hitting at all. Our big free agent acquisition, $178. Grissom's not hitting. We didn't expect he would, but he's not even really fielding. That's not good either. Arroyo's hitting in his part-time role, and that's been about it. So offensively, we've been really, really bad. Pitching has been okay. It's been up and down. Sincere Chisholm, 5-5 so far with a 4.25. He's been fine. Kevin Michael, 3.74 ERA, striking out more than a batter an inning. I like what we're getting out of him. Christian Little's been really good. I like what we're getting out of him. Serna's been not great. His ratings have actually dropped, so I'm thinking about seeing if we can get out of this contract here at some point. I know we just signed it, but yeah, if I can get out of that and maybe retain 30% or something like that, it might be something. Not that the money's an issue. I mean, we still have a stupid amount of money, but every dollar we can save is a dollar we can invest someplace else. Rogelio Balderas hasn't been good. Yeah, so far 5-10 in his big league career with an ERA over 7. I think he might be destined. In fact, I think we're going to just do it right now. Oh, he's at option year, so I think we're just going to take him out of the rotation, put Joe Carlson in, and set him up as long relief, and just see how it goes there. Our main prospects, Juan Rivera has seen a bump in his ratings. You can see here, his overall went up. His ratings have climbed a little bit too. He's not called him up to high A ball, and he's won for his first 15, but he hit pretty well in A ball. Those ratings are so good, man. He's going to be just crazy, crazy good. Chandler, he's another one. His overall dropped a bit, but his overalls all increased, so he might not be quite the elite talent that we thought he was, but if he ends up as this, he's still a middle of the order bat. We'll keep an eye on him. He'll probably be in high A ball before too long. Jared Collins was our number 2 pick last year. He's hitting. He's probably due for high A ball at some point this season as well. All 3 of the starting pitchers we drafted last year have dropped. They were all, I think, 55s when we drafted them. They're all down to 50 or below. But Rivera and Chandler are the 2 big ones. And Santoyo, who I don't think... Yeah, his potential power increased. So he's now got a potential 70 power. So if he ends up at 75, 70, and 75 avoid K, he's going to be great. Ice DH, but whatever. I mean, those ratings are great. He can already hit against righties, so may call him up later in the season if we need to. But for now, he's only 22, so let's just let him stay where he is. And that's kind of where we are. So I think may try to move Serna. Maybe we can package Serna in Dinsdale and somebody might be interested. We weren't getting any bites on Serna retaining 100%, but Dylan Cruz at $53 million the next 2 seasons. No thank you. What if we do that? Oof. Okay. Yeah, none of those deals help me. I mean, we could trade him for Ben Kent, but I mean, is it worth trading him for Ben Kent to save $3 million? Like, I don't think so. All right, does anybody want Dinsdale? We can afford to hang on to that bad contract, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But yeah, whatever, it's fine. All right, let's start some simming. We have the second pick in the draft, and my hope, there's one player that I'm looking at, and my assumption is that he's going to end up with whoever has the top pick. But look at this guy. This guy is insane. Chad Noble, the boss. That's just unbelievable. OSA actually likes him more, if you can believe it. So that's the guy I'm looking at. My guess is he probably gets taken. If he gets taken, I don't know where we go from there. There's still some really good players in this draft, but that's the guy I really have my... Oh, Eric Block looks really good, and he's not that far off. It might be Block. Wow. All right. So there, I mean, Noble would be our first pick. Block is the other guy. He's the one we're probably going after if Noble's taken. But that's coming up for next episode. So we're gonna do some simming here and see how the month of June goes. Maybe we make a deal or two. First game is a 3-2 loss. Oh, and I'm signing a new pitching coach just because our staff is unhappy at the moment. So if I get rid of Pacheco, who's controlling and struggles with controlling, and bring in a guy that's temperamental and gets along well with easygoing, which is what I have, that should bump our not that I don't know how it matters, honestly, but that's what we're going to try. Not to mention, we're not hitting, so bringing in a new hitting coach might not be a bad thing. All right, we got Detroit now. We win 2-1, so we do sign Willie Willard. So if we look at our staff roles now, yeah, we got a lot of works well with and not nearly as many. I mean, I could get rid of Beltre, but I don't think that matters. I think it's the third base. I don't think the trainer, the scout, or the assistant GM matter. So maybe we can find a third base coach that gets along well with easygoing. Let's take a look at that. Third base gets along well with easygoing. And I want to add that. All right, negative easygoing. Yeah, none of these guys are as good as what we're putting out there, and that's a concern. Yeah, because even this guy doesn't get along with temperamental, which would defeat the whole purpose. So I think we'll just stick with what we have for now. All right, so we beat Detroit 2-1. A couple of hits and an RBI from Cunningham. Garcia with a couple of doubles. Michael pitches well. Bennett gets the win. Is this the year we trade Bennett? I mean, we're in the playoff race, so I don't want to just start gutting the team. But if we can find a trade that makes sense. Yeah, none of these trades make sense. It's pretty crazy how much the game wants to dump bad contracts on you. Like, it's not my fault you offered that player $60 million. All right, so nothing for now. We may end up not making any deals. We'll see how it goes. We lose to Detroit, and we signed Sincere Chisholm. It's a pretty reasonable contract for somebody who has been was really rock solid for us last season. It's a 4-year, $55 million contract, so it's 12, 13, 15, 15. It's not a bad contract. We buy out his last 2 years, Arb. I think he wanted like 9.5 next year and then 12 after that. He would have demanded more than 15 in free agency. Again, we've got the money, so not a terrible contract. Keep that fan interest at 100, and keep the people that are good. We win 1-0, and we signed Garcia. Yeah, 15 next year, then 10, then 8.5. So 3 years, $33.5 million. So again, a reasonable contract, not super long, and based on what's available in free agency next year, I feel like it's the right move to make. Have a little bit of consistency in our lineup. There isn't a ton. Like, Jordan Lawler's obviously awesome, but if he wants anywhere close to what he's making now, that's going to be a problem. But, if he comes in at $30 million next year and we can sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal, like, that might be something I consider. Although it looks like his ratings, no, I was going to say it looked like his ratings have started to drop. But yeah, there's not a whole lot here. I want to make sure I have enough money for an international guy that may appear. Or Tatis plays for Vancouver now. Plays for the Beavers. Let's go Fernando Tatis. I want to make sure I have enough money for, if there's an elite international guy, or if I can throw big money short term to someone like Lawler. I want to make sure I've got the money to do that. So we win here 1-0. We walk it off in the 10th. It's like Vaughn Grissom with an RBI single. Chisholm celebrated his new contract with 7 1/3 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts. We got the White Sox now. There's another win, 5-2. 3 hits for Pecchia. Delgadillo with his first home run of the season. Garcia with his 23rd. Yeah, this could be a decent platoon. Could be a decent platoon for us because he's got really good ratings against righties and he can't hit lefties. Our other guy can rake lefties and it's just okay against righties, but passable. All right. Another game against the White Sox. Another win against the White Sox. We improved to 3-2. Garcia 2 hits, 2 RBIs. A couple of doubles. Yeah, I mean, he's on pace to have the best season of his career. Carlson goes 3 2/3. Oh, I know why he only went 3 2/3. I think I have his pitch count changed. Yep. Let's got to bump that back up to 110. All right, can we get back to 500 here? We cannot. We lose 3-0, and now we got Oakland. Oakland 33 33. So they're a game ahead of us in the wild card race. We are tied with them now in the wild card race. We win 7-6, running the 11th, running the 12th. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Hall. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Patterson out of the number 9 hole. Serna goes 5. The rest of our bullpen does their work. There we go. We're back to 500. Back-to-back 7-6 extra inning wins. Garcia continues to smash the baseball. On pace for 62 and 145. I will take it. 3 hits for Patterson. That average starting to climb a bit. Chisholm gives up 4 6 2/3, but we win. Final game against Oakland. Drop back under 500. So we're a game and a half out of the wild card. Minnesota now. We win 3-1. RBIs from Hall, Delgadillo, and Patterson. Carlson goes 5 shutout. Cool. Back over 500 with a 7-2 victory. Cunningham 4 for 4. Olvera with his 7th home run. Hall knocks in a couple. Michael pitches well. Yes, we're getting good pitching, and it's giving us enough offense to be able to win games. Another win. So since you guys have come back, we've been playing good ball. 3 RBIs from Pecchia, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Blendman, Patterson, Cunningham, Grissom, Kendrick. All have 2 hits. Kendrick's hitting better than I anticipated, giving us a 73 OPS plus. If he can do that, he is perfectly fine as our starting catcher. Serna goes 8. I mean, if nothing else, we're probably going to get league average pitching. We're below league average out of Serna, but I mean, if he gives us 160, 170 innings, yeah, I mean, I guess. So what we got here? Is this the Yankees? Yep, the Yankees for 3, followed by Kansas City. Another win. 6-5. Another walk-off win. Blendman with 3 hits. Garcia, Olvera, and Hall all homer. Bennett gets the win. We lose 11-3. We lose 2-1. And we got Kansas City for 3. Oh, 3 losses in a row. 1-0 victory there. RBI from Cunningham. Carlson goes 3. Yeah, that 35 stamina means he's never really going to be a starter at this point anymore. But the ratings are still there that we can use him as a starter if we need to. Balderas, 3 shutout innings as a reliever. I like to see that. Okay, so we win 1-0. I don't like winning games 1-0, but Rivera's up to 295 in high A ball. Holy hell. All right, I mean, double A ball at the All-Star break. Let him finish in double A, and then next year he's in triple A. I guess. All right, last game against Kansas City. It's a 6-2 win, so we take 2 out of 3 against the Royals. 5-run bottom of the 8th. A 3-run homer from Vaughn Grissom. It sure is. Cunningham, 2 more hits. Has his average at 310. It's on pace for a 4-win season for us. Love it. Chisholm, 1 run over 6 2/3. Now we got the Angels. 39-39 Angels. Look at all these teams within 3 games of the wild card. This is nuts. All right, let's see how we do in LA. 7-3 loss. 2-1 victory. 2 runs in the 8th. More late runs. A 2-run homer from Pecchia in the 8th. It sure is. Michael gives up 1 run in 7. How's Santoyo doing? He is destroying baseballs at a quality pace. 65, 65, 60. We got to call him up soon, but what do we do with him if we do? Because Garcia's our DH. Cunningham is our starting second baseman. I think we just leave him in AAA for the time being. Someone's bound to get hurt. So we lose 2 out of 3 against LA. So we're 41-40. A game out of the wild card, taking on Seattle, who's a game ahead of us in the wild card. We win 6-5. All right. He's happy with everything, which he should be. We win 6-5. Another late rally, 5-run bottom of the 8th. Grissom a couple RBIs. Another home run from Garcia. He's gonna have. I mean, he could potentially have 35 home runs by the All-Star break at this point. Certainly have more than 30, right? Kalen Drew. He's been really good as a reliever this year. His ratings aren't particularly good, but he's been good stats, and that's, I guess, all that matters. What was I going to look at? Top 100 prospects. Rivera is 3rd. So we have the number 3 prospect in the game. And the number 3 system in the major. Santoyo is 12th. And Carrillo, who is an international guy. Our scout found him. He's 41st. Yeah, Santoyo's really good. I don't know where I'm going to put him, but I got to find a spot for him. I mean, he can already, look at his ratings. I mean, he already can hit against righties, and he's passable against lefties. So maybe I don't know what we do. Can we put him in left? Does he have any ratings in the outfield? Oh, and he's strictly a DH. I wonder, out of curiosity. Is there a more well-rounded prospect who's out there? Doesn't look like it. Kevin Reed looks just okay. Castillo looks pretty good. But again, he's pretty far off for a 20-year-old. That's an unfortunate name. Meh. He's not bad. Already on the 40-man, though. Which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. I don't even know what I'm looking for, truth be told. If we do regulars. What if I remove prospects and do regulars? Yeah, because now we'll start to get some players that are making the league minimum that are on relatively inexpensive contracts that might fit into what we're trying to do right now, which is bring in relatively young players and build around them. Sven-Eric Grant, former Chicago Cub. He's with the Cubs. He finally made the big club. They rushed him, and he's not hitting, but he made the big club. Good for him. ATN. Maybe. Like, this is the kind of contract I wouldn't mind taking. Not necessarily for this player, but I wouldn't mind taking I don't know. He's 29. If he was 25 and had that contract, maybe. Mike Barber. 28 years old. I wish he was a little younger, but like this is something I would consider. Might be, ooh. Oh, he's not that good. The ratings like him. Now this guy can hit. Does he have any outfield? No. He can rake. Wow. Norwood's a really good defensive shortstop. He's due to make a pretty big increase in ARB. I kind of like that outfielder. I mean, that's something we need is... Ooh, Kevin... Nope, not Minifield. Age is kind of more of where I like it, but the bat isn't quite as good. Why this guy's rated so high. Does he have like pitching ratings too? No, I don't know why he's rated so high. He can hit. I mean, this guy can absolutely rake. But I kind of like, what was he, 28? Barber? Yeah. He is a little bit more flawed than Santoyo from a bat perspective, maybe. Santoyo's got the contact and the home run power. It's already there. Barber, I don't know. The contact, he's a 75 contacts. The only thing that Santoyo does better is the avoid K, and he's got a little bit more home run power. Barber is a quality outfielder in left, center, or right. He immediately makes our outfield better. $8 million arbitration. He's 28, though. Is that... I don't think that's too old. Man, I wish I could have gotten him as a 25 or 26-year-old. I mean, he rakes. He can absolutely crush the baseball. And this makes me a better team right now. Not that I need to be a better team right this minute, but... Ryan Doumit doesn't like it, and it's because we're trading a prospect, but oh my God, can I get him instead? No, okay. Figured I'd ask. Can I do this? Oh no, that's not. Oh, it's 3 weeks. Okay, Chandler's 3 weeks as well. Can I get Barber without giving up Santoyo? That is the big question. Problem is I don't have a lot in my minors that wasn't drafted last year, right? Like we've got Santoyo, Chandler, and that's about it. I can't imagine they accept that, but let's see. We win the first game 8-7, or the next game 8-7. Yeah, they want Santoyo in the deal. Patterson goes 3 for 5. Delgadillo hits a home run. Chisholm gives up 1 run in 6 1/3. What if we add in Delgadillo? Okay, so I can make this deal straight up. So I want to figure out if that's something I should do right now. He's 28 years old, which means, what, probably another 3 years left, where he's another good outing from Balderas. So they will take Santoyo. The ratings just keep going up, though. I don't think I can do that. Maybe we wait until after the draft, because maybe then I can add in someone like a Jared Collins, but Barber looks really good. I mean, he's proven, right? 3.2 WAR already this year, 5 last year, 4 the year before that, 6 the year before that. Looks like his overall dropped a little bit. His potential increased. It's weird. His overall contact went from a 65 to a 60, but his potential contact went from a 65 to a 70. They scouted him more recently than us. They think he's a little more stable. We think he's a premier center. If we think he's a premier center fielder, why can't we make this deal? Like, why do you think this is a bad deal? And again, the problem is I just don't have much to deal with right now. What about if I give you Balderas? I gave you Balderas and Dinsdale and Ramirez. Does that change things at all? So we had Houston to finish the month. No, they want Santoyo. All right, I think we wait until after the draft and see if we can make it work without Santoyo, because I would love to pick up Mike Barber, stick him out in right field or something like that for the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I think we'll wait until after the draft. All right, let's play this entire series against Houston, so we'll stop on July 2nd. 6-1 wins. We've won a bunch of games in a row. Look at that. 19 hits. 19 hits. Garcia does have 30 before the All-Star break now. It's his 30th home run. Pecchia, 3 hits. Blindman, 2. Garcia, 2. Hall, 2. Patterson, 4. Cunningham, 3. Michael goes 8, gives up 1 hit. And the final game of the month. Maybe we try Bennett, because he hasn't pitched particularly well. Maybe we can use him as part of that trade deal. So we lose 7-0. Chisholm's control gets better. His potential control gets better. Bennett gets a little worse. Santoyo we knew got better. Ramirez gets better. Cool. Santoyo was the player of the month in the PCL. Let's see if let's just try that. I do want to sim this last day. This last game of the series. It's a 12-7 win. All right, so now they only want Kevin Michael. All right, so we're going to wait till after the draft and see what sort of offers we can make after that draft using some of the players we drafted last year. So another good game. Guy with his 9th home run. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Blindman, Hall, and Patterson. 2 hits for Garcia and Olvera. Chisholm gives up 6 and 3. Drew and Frausto finish things up. All right, cool. So we're going to be 12 and we're going to be 46 and 41, 3 games out of first place. We are tied for the wild card, and that's the other reason I think making that deal for the right fielder makes sense, because we're in the hunt. I mean, we had 2 hitters in our lineup betting under 200, so we are in the hunt. We may as well lean into it and see how things go. Cunningham having a really good year. Garcia, yeah, I mean, no complaints. 56 home runs. Hall, 1.3 WAR. Is that defensively? Yeah, he's been really good defensively. Pecky has been good. Blindman's been better. Olvera's been terrible. Patterson's been hot, so that's improving. But again, he's hitting 280 as a 696 OPS because he doesn't walk and doesn't hit for any power. So he's eminently replaceable in the outfield. Guy's given us a little bit of pop. Would like to see a little more pop, especially given his ratings against lefties. Delgadillo's not hitting. Pitching-wise, I mean, our pitching staff, I don't want to say it's fine, but our pitching staff is not bad. I would like to move Serna. He's been awful. So that will be for next episode. So trading Serna, potentially trading Jim Bennett as well. Seeing if we can pick up that outfielder from Milwaukee. Our top prospect is injured right now. He's out for 1 more day. He's out for 2 weeks, rather. All-Star break, I think we send him to AA. In fact, we can just do it now. When he's eligible to come off the DL, which is tomorrow, we'll send him to AA. Collins, he's probably ready to get called up to high A ball. We will call up Chandler when he's back as well. And then we'll have the draft next episode. So we'll have the top pick in the draft, or second pick in the draft. Hopefully we can land that outfielder we were looking at. But given what I'm thinking about doing with the trade, with that trade this year, it might make more sense for us to go after Block anyway. Just given that he's a lot closer than Noble is, but we'll see. We're going to get one of them. It's just a matter of which one. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Next episode will be July. We'll do the draft. We'll do the trade deadline. This guy's really good, too. Wow, high work ethic. Look, 8-0 with a .11 ERA. He gave up 6 earned runs in his high school career. .9, .9, .11. That's as good a high school pitcher as I have ever seen in terms of statistics. So anyway, that's going to do it, guys. Next episode will be the July episode. Let me know if you think I should make the deal for that outfielder from Milwaukee. Just another reminder so you can take a look at him. It is Mike Barber. This is the guy we are looking at. He's 28 years old. He's ARB eligible in the offseason due to make about $8 million. But if we could have an outfield of Barber and Rivera and whichever of those two outfielders we draft in the draft this season, I mean, that's pretty damn elite for an outfield. So let me know what you think we should do. Should we hold off? Should we trade for Barber? What should we do? And if we trade Barber, do we do it for Santoyo, or do we just hope that Santoyo continues to develop? He doesn't have a position. He is a DH. So that's something to keep in mind. Let me know what you think we should do, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks so much for the support. Take care. Bye-bye.